What I'm here to talk about is specific to the affiliate channel and kind of where that bridges in with mobile. And just a little bit more background and sort of stage setting. So, as she mentioned, I'm from Acceleration Partners, and we run and manage affiliate programs and performance partnerships programs for some of the largest brands in the world. So Target, Adidas, Uber, and the like. A lot of the D2C brands that we heard mentioned earlier, like a Casper or Warby Parker, and also a lot of startups and other brands both in and out of the e-commerce space. And our approach, I think, is very similar to NetElixir in that really we are trying to run very brand-aligned, smart, strategic, and scalable programs. So just a question first, how many people are running or overseeing affiliate programs? Okay, so a little over half. Hopefully I will give you some inspiration. Actually, second question, how many of you feel like you're fully leveraging mobile in the affiliate channel? 0. So I think our clients, you would hear a few more people who feel like they're getting there with mobile, but for the most part, this is definitely still a growing and developing area for most affiliate programs. And what I want to talk about a little bit is the opportunity. I think we are getting to a point, there are a lot of challenges for affiliate in mobile. We're getting to a point where some of those are starting to tip, and we're really starting to see programs get some traction and start to build some momentum in mobile affiliate. And I'll give you guys some insights into how that might work for you. So again, just speaking to the opportunity, we all know the overall mobile opportunity. We wouldn't be here today talking about this if not. But in affiliate specifically, so we're now seeing affiliate traffic is about 50-50 mobile desktop. That stat would have looked very different 3, 4, 5 years ago. However, we're only seeing 20% of revenue that's coming in via mobile. So the gap there is still pretty big for affiliate and probably even larger than it is for other channels. So there's a large opportunity there. And lastly, just institutionally, and you all may feel this to varying degrees, but generally speaking, when we talk to CMOs and we ask them kind of where does affiliate fit in your spectrum of knowledge and understanding, it's usually a little further down the list than paid search or paid social, which a lot of institutions have a higher comfort level with. So there's big opportunity here. If you look at the overall affiliate marketing landscape, I think it's very interesting. It has been growing really significantly for the last few years, and we're only seeing that continue as the definition of affiliate programs really expands as well. I think I saw some people, I think we have some books floating around about performance partnerships, and that's what we're starting to talk about. Rather than saying affiliate marketing, we're talking about performance partnerships and really the notion that anything can be monetized via performance and run through the affiliate channel. So it is no longer coupon and deal and loyalty and Ebates and Retail Me Not. They're still a part of it, but that's a part of a much larger ecosystem. And that's why the spend is continuing to grow. And then also when you look at efficiency, across the board, affiliate is coming in behind search traffic and organic traffic, but really typically above most other paid channels in terms of effectiveness and return on ad spend. So again, that all comes together to sort of speak to the bigger opportunity. And if you think of it really as a mechanism for payment rather than as a channel, you can see how that can continue to expand. There was a conversation kind of at the end there about TV and what do you do with TV spend? We believe that 3-4 years from now, you're going to start to see TV running through performance and what used to be affiliate. We're starting to see it with podcasts. We're running some betas with running display through affiliate. Any relationship that is successful and can be monetized via performance can come through the channel. And so what you see as a result is there are a lot of affiliate publishers out there who are really just really good marketers, and they've kind of figured out what their niche is. And maybe they are leaning into Snapchat ads and they're really kind of mastering that. And for a lot of brands, rather than having to build the in-house expertise on newer channels, they test them out first through affiliate. And I think you'll see when we get into some of the mobile specific opportunities around geo-targeting and mobile coupon, that's where there can be a nice opportunity to test out new things for your business without having to bring in tremendous amount of in-house expertise. Across the board, affiliate shoppers spend more. This stat was $7 more anecdotally with our clients. There are a lot of cases where it is much more significant than that. I think it was, I forget what he was calling the back half of the demand funnel. You're getting people in the door and to choose you. So affiliate is further down in the funnel. It's not completely bottom of funnel, but it is a little bit further down, which leads to some of that efficiency. And in terms of volume, we see affiliate driving about as many orders as email. So, we're not up there with paid search or direct yet, but it is a really significant part of the mix for a lot of brands and brands who are focused on growing their programs. I think this is probably the most interesting slide as it applies to mobile specifically. So what you see here is we're looking at the difference between desktop and mobile orders by channel. And if you look at most channels, you see that things are pretty close. They might be a little bit different. One's a little higher than the other. Desktop's a little higher than mobile. Look at affiliate in where the box is. It is dramatic how much more is still coming through desktop than through mobile. And so for brands who are really able to figure out how to make affiliate work via mobile, again, there's just tremendous opportunity for incremental value and incremental sales. Again, right now it's about 50% of traffic is coming through mobile. And so what we have and what we think is kind of the fallacy of mobile, and this is not specific to affiliate, but it is really significant for affiliate. We have clients who see everything I just put in front of you and they come and say, okay, I want mobile. Well, it's not nearly that simple. It is about what are your overall business goals? Are you a promotional brand? If so, I'm going to point you towards really leaning into mobile coupon. Do you have brick and mortar stores? Maybe there's a real opportunity to do site to store through affiliate. What is just the overall strategy for the business? And then how does mobile bridge into that? There are some challenges. There are challenges, and some of these have already been spoken about today, but across the board with mobile, some of them which are really exacerbated with affiliate because of its nature sitting a little bit further down the funnel. And as we talked about just the conversion, there's a real monetization gap between where consumers are spending time and where they spend money. I think Kaki said it a lot better than I can here and really illustrated, but the user experience piece is just so critical. And I would reinforce that same message to get on your site, work it as a user, particularly if you do start to work with mobile publishers on your affiliate side. You need to make sure that once that customer comes into your app or your mobile site, that it's really optimized for conversion. Because otherwise, if it's not converting and you're not seeing that, at some point your affiliate partners and publishers are going to lose some interest in working with you because they're going to be better served to put their placements to another brand. The biggest one, hands down, for affiliate, and this is one, again, where I think we are just starting to tip from a technology standpoint, is tracking. So since affiliate is a really cookie-based channel, and your customer clicks from the publisher to your site, drops the cookie, and they may get paid out up to for a purchase or a lead or whatever it is, up to 30 days afterward. If we don't have tracking that works, if they're going to mobile or if they're going to an app in particular, the whole system just breaks down because the majority of your affiliate transactions are not always going to happen in the same session, depending on the publisher. Also with App Store installs, which is another really nice way to leverage the affiliate channel, again, that's just not going to work if your tracking doesn't work. And so what has happened is, the requirement of building in an SDK into your app. We're starting to see more publishers like Button. I don't know if anyone's working with Button, but they've done a really nice job as sort of a mobile sub-affiliate network to say, look, we'll do one SDK, and then you can plug in a whole bunch of affiliates directly into that. So it just kind of eases the friction and really facilitates scale. And then fraud. And I could probably present for an hour on just affiliate fraud in general, but particularly if you're considering using affiliate for leads or, again, app installs, any kind of a CPA-based action versus something that requires a purchase. Fraud is always going to be in play, but in the mobile space and the way that mobile networks are working at this point, it's just amplified in mobile. So I really encourage anybody who is running that kind of a program or expanding that kind of a program to make sure this can all be managed, by the way. It's not that it's impossible to figure it out, but it is important to have a real strategy, whether it's in-house or through your technology or through your agency, to stay on top of fraud. So those are our challenges. Again, a lot of them are starting to tip now. So if you have faced those challenges in the past and they've stopped you from pushing into mobile, I would definitely encourage you to kind of take a step back and ask some questions, talk to your technology provider or your agency or your in-house resource, and make sure that you're not able to overcome them at this point. So, and really that opens up the opportunity, right? And we talked a bit, although not a tremendous amount specifically today, about mobile app versus mobile sites. We are seeing increasing preference with millennials and others to use apps as your point of purchase versus a mobile website. And so again, for affiliate, it opens the opportunity, but it means that the tracking has to be really tight to make that work. Once you get someone into your app, and this is where, for example, if you have a program and you do work with an Ebates, they now can do app to app, where somebody can just go into the Ebates app, come direct into your app, and then, the cookie drops and everything sort of works seamlessly. And if you're able to make that happen, apps do convert 300% better than mobile web. And so it really, again, there's just a significant opportunity there. A really, really big one, and depending on your brand's approach, and for any brand or company that is even lightly promotional, even if you wouldn't consider yourselves as heavily promotional, but you push out coupons every once in a while, mobile coupons are really growing very rapidly. So it's predicted that this year, half of all mobile phone users will at some point use or engage with a mobile coupon. And so much of the mobile coupon ecosystem is really tied into affiliate, because that is a lot of the legacy of affiliate. So there's a big opportunity here. And that's whether you are looking at just an e-commerce play or also a geo-targeted play to get folks if you do have a brick and mortar presence. So, we've seen Retail Me Not, for example, you can do geo-targeting so that if somebody is within 300 feet or whatever of one of your stores, they can get a push notification of a specific coupon that they can then go in, use their phone, use it at the point of purchase, and do the conversion. So it's also an interesting, really, a bridge of online to offline. And then also segmentation. So if you have a deep integration with your app in your affiliate program, there's just a tremendous amount of data that can get pushed back and forth there in terms of app behavior, cart behavior, who your user is, and the publishers now are getting pretty sophisticated in how they can work with you to use that data to segment your offers, and it really can allow you to really drive that incrementality. So, for example, if your company, is really focused on new users, you may be able to segment something so that you are serving to somebody who's never purchased through the app before an offer that is significantly better than what you would push to somebody who has already been a shopper. But you're able to do that segmentation and customization and personalization. And then again, just further on the personalization, we can do device-specific targeting. And again, these are the publishers who now have these capabilities to do that. And then we talked about geo-targeting and push notifications, which can work either for site to store or just for general e-commerce. And it's always shocking, I think, the data that we get in terms of the push notifications and how many people opt into them and really what the success rate has been for them. And then, to kind of pull it all together, really when you are looking at omni-channel, this is another opportunity to leverage your publishers, and especially depending on what your in-house capabilities are, even if your in-house isn't yet tying everything back together, often you can work with a larger publisher, or Retail Me Not as an example. They can have the app, they can then track their user when they go back to the desktop or when they go in store. And so it allows you to market in a more omni-channel way, even if you don't have all of the direct in-house capabilities yet. And again, just overall, I think that the growth, we're really primed for it. And as things become easier and some of the points of friction start to get resolved by the technology providers who clearly have a real incentive to do that, we're going to start to see this continue to just really blow up. And the opportunity is going to be open to a lot of brands that I think it's been too challenging for in the past. And so I think just some key takeaways. First and this, again, much of this we've heard before in different ways, but if you're looking at affiliate for your app, the first thing is tracking. And so If you can't get it there or your tech team's queue is just too long, get in the queue, but wait to push out your kind of, wait to lean into affiliate until you've got the tracking set up. Because if it's not set up correctly. Affiliate programs are about partnerships. They are long-term relationships, and burning bridges with affiliates because transactions aren't tracking correctly is going to really be to the detriment of your long-term program. Look for opportunities for segmentation and personalization, and make sure that you're on top of fraud. And I think all of those things come together to really drive that AOV, the conversion, the lifetime value. I forget what Darth Vader was in the last slide, but these things all can kind of feed into that success. And then just the last two things, do's and don'ts. Look to integrate mobile across your marketing channels. Look at that user experience that we've talked about so much. One thing we haven't talked as much about, it came up I think once earlier, making sure that your creative and promotions are mobile specific, and also that everything works for iOS and for Android. Again, that is not specific to affiliate. And things not to do, think about it in a vacuum, forget about tracking, and also you don't want to track all of your affiliate program data in one bucket. I think somebody else was saying this earlier as well, but it is a completely different situation with mobile and with desktop. And with affiliate, it's even more important because you can often work with your publishers to say, I'm going to change my payout. So this mobile customer means something a little bit different to me than the desktop customer is. You can actually change your commission structure with your affiliates to reflect that and really drive the behaviors that you want to see. And then the last one is that you got to pay them. And that may seem very basic, but we've seen it before. Affiliate is the only channel where you can, opt not to pay out, and you can find a reason to void out transactions. You can't do that with Facebook or with Google, and it can be attractive sometimes to make short-term decisions there. But again, you're looking at long-term partnerships and treating them respectfully. And that is it. I know we're really short on time. If there's a couple questions, I can probably take them. Otherwise, I'm around after. Yes?
I'm curious as to the data on the apps. So what I had read about, and that was actually the opposite, that people were not downloading additional apps on their phones. Is that something that's recently been a shift that you've seen, or is it just based on order of magnitude of people using Amazon as an app and not using multiple retail sites?
I think what if you guys didn't hear the question, it was about kind of mobile app downloads and hearing that the downloads have been going down. I think that most of the data we were looking at, and this was pulled from a couple different sources, but there was a couple Forrester studies, it is more for brands that do have an app. What is the divide in the customer behavior versus, so it could be that the numbers are down, but we're looking at the proportions versus the numbers themselves. Anything else?
How important is it throughout the customer's journey? Was the Tinder example before got engaged, interpreting that as the last click to getting married, about putting the cadence in the whole entire, and then as marketers awarding the appropriate steps along the way with paid affiliates?
It's a really good question. It's really important. So both within, the question was kind of about attribution and how important is that within affiliate, and if thinking about that Tinder example before. So we look at attribution in two different ways. One is what I'm sure everyone's looking at in general, your cross-channel attribution and kind of how things fit into the mix, which is part of why I was saying we don't ever want to not pay affiliates, because that's where that can happen sometimes, is we can say, well, we pay on last click and the affiliate was much earlier in the funnel, so let's not pay them even though their cookie dropped and they met the terms. Our advice there is to make sure you're really looking at your macroeconomics in a way that you can continue to pay affiliates. The other thing, though, that's really important is your affiliate clickstream and the attribution there. So as an example, you could do a placement with BuzzFeed, a content piece about your product, which is monetized through affiliate, and your user clicks the link, that cookie's dropped, they do a couple other things, and then eventually they come to purchase and they go via Ebates because they want to get their 5% cash back, and that's their last click before purchasing. In that case, you would have two affiliates in your clickstream. And what we always advise, if content is important to you, which it is for most people, is that you can actually do pretty smart split commissioning, and you can set up really, one of the cool things about affiliate is you can set it up to reward the behavior you want to see. So if content's really important to you, you can say anytime content's in the clickstream, it is getting 100% of commission or 75% of commission, or any time that a coupon site comes in within 5 minutes before checkout, they're not getting paid because we knew that we were already getting that customer and they just popped open another tab to go search for the coupon. So I think it's very important to be strategic about that, and the technology is really sophisticated enough at this point that you can set up some pretty dynamic rules to do what matters to you. Yeah. Okay, thank you.